The TAW Tag Team titles are on the line in an epic street fight that threatens to not only obliterate hearts and minds, but F4TV equipment too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more match to go. It is our tag match. It is our main event. It is a tag team title match, and I would like to invite our first tag team out to the ring.
Thank you very much, Mr. Quinlan. Of course, it is a tag team title match. Killer Kai, are you ready for this match?
I'm ready.
You ready, brother?
Absolutely ready. You know, the Boneshakers struggling to get out the curtain there. Obviously, the tag team champions. Obviously, the top of their game. They are the tag team champions of TAW. By God, they look like they can handle being champions. They just look fierce.
That's true. I mean, these guys. I mean, they eat, sleep, and breathe pro wrestling. I mean, these guys. They're one of the most cohesive tag teams I think we've seen in a very long time here in TAW. I mean, we've had some good teams, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we've ever seen a team quite on the same page and with a solid game plan and a solid strategy than the Boneshakers. I mean, granted, their tactics are dirty and underhanded, but there's a reason these guys are champs. I say these guys, they are on the same page more so than we've seen out of any tag team recently. But of course, we've seen the rising up of these two young gentlemen about to make their entrance. Former heavyweight champion Taylor Made, former tag team champion as well, and the one of the brightest stars in the ascendancy here at TAW in Kai Payne. It's the Diamond Club, baby.
Well, we all know what I think about Kai Payne. I think he's going to be a future heavyweight champion, as well as the former heavyweight champion with Taylor Made, who is no stranger to the tag team division. Of course, the primetime players, or primetime crew, one of them, I don't know. But yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal with Nate Nitro, if we all remember him. It's obviously a multi tag team champion up and down the country as well. So he knows all about the tag team division in the UK. And of course, Kai Payne is certainly one of the rising stars in TAW, and like I say, the future heavyweight champion, I believe.
Of course, Taylor Made for a long time is the guy that just got on our nerves and got on everybody's nerves, and really kind of wasn't walking the brightest path in TAW. And in a way, the Boneshakers kind of rising up was kind of a shock to his system and an attitude change for sure in Taylor Made.
Certainly was. Now he had this. I'm a club. He's a typical guy you'll find in a nightclub, just going around all the women. That was the kind of fella he was. And of course, when you see actually two really badass people like the Boneshakers,
legit badasses rather than just bad lads. Yeah,
bad lads, badasses. Of course, I think he kind of realised actually, you know what, this is not the right way to go.
Yeah, they kind of showed him up really that if you're going to be a mean kind of bully, you have to do it properly, and that's exactly what the Boneshakers do.
Of course, these two tag teams, they've been at each other's throat for a while, creating some of the best matches and the best feuds that I've seen in wrestling for quite a few years. But Taylor Made is no stranger to feuds. Remember last year, of course, with Samson, all the way up to WrestleStock. That was
of course. But it says, like you say, this feud, this matchup, the Diamond Club versus the Boneshakers. I mean, they've been headlining events left, right, and centre together. I mean, these guys, this is like you say, potential feud of the year here in TAW. I mean, there's very few pairs of competitors that really hate each other and have had brutal matches like these guys have.
That's it, and wow.
But of course, it's a kind of a slow start almost, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, with the titles being on the line, the Diamond Club don't want to let their emotions get the best of them. And whoa! Brilliant caber throw there.
What?
As Kai Payne tossed up in the air. Just kind of shows the just how flexible and athletic this young kid is. I mean, he's not yet 18, which is the scariest part of it. And he's already kind of on the cusp of a championship run here in TAW. Taylor Made repeating 3 of the only words he knows by the sounds of it.
Of course, he's certainly on the top at the moment, taking Slick Danny Mayhem into his own corner, making an attack to Kai Payne. And look at the agility and the speed of Kai Payne.
Just the quick 1-2 punch. But just the 1-4 there from Danny Mayhem. Now, it's it's not uncommon to see Danny Mayhem get himself into these spots, but he has the uncanny knack of taking an absolute beating and still getting up and kicking out at every opportunity. I mean, like I say, this guy, we've spoken to him outside of the ring. We've spoken to him outside of wrestling events. I mean, this guy, when you say he loves wrestling, he is he eats, sleeps, and breathes this thing. He's any pinfall that he's going to take is going to have to be, knocked out cold or have one foot in the grave, because he is not going to take that fall lightly.
Certainly is, and of course, Oil Tanker helping his tag team partner out there, just smashing TaylorMade face in a little bit. Of course, like you say, Danny Mayhem is he absolutely loves wrestling. I actually said that I thought he was a bit fake and he wasn't a true wrestler. He actually punched me in the face. So loves wrestling.
You don't ever want to say the F word to Danny Mayhem, because he will punch you in the face, like you said. And here we see the introduction, first time in this match, legally at least, the bad Oil Tanker.
No, I hate these two guys' attitude. I really do. But when it comes to what these guys can offer in terms of their abilities, you've got a brawler, heavyweight of Oil Tank, and you've got the agility of Danny Mayhem. It's something that the Diamond Club, I think, can't match. Now, they have their agility. They do their sort of 1-2 punches sort of moves that they do when you got Kai Payne flipping in the air. I mean, you haven't got the all-out brawlers of.
That's it. I mean, talking of their attitude, you look at that. Just Oil Tanker putting all his weight down on the throat of Kai Payne. That's one way to break your voice box. But you're completely right. I mean, the dynamic between these guys. I mean, TaylorMade and Kai Payne, they're very similar in many ways. Like you say, they're both kind of quite quick, quite nippy, quite athletic. Whereas the tag team, you're right. You're perfectly right in saying the Boneshakers. You've got diversity here. You tick every single box. You've got athleticism. You've got agility. You've got sheer raw power and brutality in Oil Tanker. Here we see a pinfall there, but still just the 2 count for Danny Mayhem.
I just say, sort of Oil Tanker, the way he just moves around the ring, just picks up his opponents and chucks them across the room. It's like when you were really, really young and you said something naughty, and your dad just sort of picked you up and sort of chucked you across the room. That's kind of what happened in our household. But
I've never met your dad. I have no idea of his size, but
I the impression that
I don't know what it was like as a little killer, but as a little mastermind, I can safely say my dad has never thrown me anywhere.
But I mean, he's intimidating. If you ever step in the ring with Oil Tanker, he's going to be so intimidating.
Definitely.
Like your dad used to be when you'd done something naughty and you were in trouble, is when he kind of picked you up from the ankles.
Well, I don't know about your family, but my mum was way scarier than my dad, but there's no way I'm comparing Oil Tanker to my mother. But I say this is the thing, with someone the size and the power of Oil Tanker, you take a regular clothesline, a regular body slam, and it's 10 times the power of anybody else on the roster, because he's just that massive. And just, as I say, the raw power, the sheer force behind his punches, his kicks, clotheslines.
His stare.
The sheer weight of his stare alone is enough to turn any man to jelly.
Oh!
That's the thing, and there's no need for Oil Tanker to try and be flashy, to try and show off. I mean, that was just a blatant open palm slap. There's nothing pretty about it, but yeah, this is the Boneshakers. They're not here to look good. They're not here to throw impressive looking moves. They're here to bust some chops.
But I like the way Oil Tanker slows the tempo of the match down, because he knows he doesn't have to be flash. He doesn't have to be quick like Kai has to be. He can just do it at his own pace. And look at this, a giant splash there from Oil Tanker. But he has that power. He doesn't need to be quick and high energy like Kai does there with a massive drop kick there.
Could say they're here to break some backs and win some straps. Does that work?
Does work.
So both men now looking to go up, but no surprise, Kai just springing out of nowhere. But here comes TaylorMade.
Fresh as a daisy.
Fresh as a kick to
Venom as a
and look at that, just smooth as anything, just sheer fluidity from from the most veteran man in this match. And a beautiful diving neck breaker there, just taking Danny Mayhem down. Once again, TaylorMade muttering the only 3 words he knows.
Diamond, club, and baby.
Baby! Kick from Danny Mayhem. Going to see the Fammaster. No. He misses that. And a diamond cutter.
Absolutely
From
out of nowhere.
TaylorMade. Can he roll Danny Mayhem over to get the pinfall?
So
This has got to be it. I think this is it,
1,
Kai. New champ's
2.
on the way.
Oh!
But then look at that oil tanker just yanking Danny Mayhem. I thought that was it. Well, in fact, Danny Mayhem looks out of it.
It certainly does. And oil tanker just picking up Danny Mayhem. And, well, it looks like they've had enough. They're just taking the back. What they doing?
I think they're walking, Kai. They're
Mastermind.
Listen to the crowd here just raining boos down on the Boneshakers. It looks like they're just taking their belts, taking the count-out loss. But, of course, we all know they retain the belts on a count-out. Well, there we go.
Is that it?
Well,
it?
that's the main event, right? Oh, no, wait a second. TaylorMade's got a microphone. No. He's learnt a 4th word.
No. Meatball and toothpick. That's why I'm talking to you. The buffet is not open yet, so you cannot leave. The buffet is not open yet. You can come back out. You guys want to end this show on a count out?
I don't want to end the show on a count out.
End this show on a count out. How about the Boneshakers come out here, right? This is a good idea. If they refuse to come out here, not only are they wimps, right? Not only does Oil Tanker not allowed in the buffet, but they get stripped to the tag team titles. How about that, yeah? But not only that. How about we make this match no disqualification?
Wow.
Anything goes. Do you know that?
Brave suggestion from TaylorMade. But, of course, he's not the GM. Stephen Quinlan is.
The general manager of PAW, I am making an announcement now. This match will continue as a no DQ match. Falls, pins, can in the ring, no countouts, everything goes. If the
Botch.
do not come out, then they'll be stripped of their tag titles.
Now here we see the Boneshakers coming out, and General Manager Stephen John Quinlan just about making this a no disqualification street fight.
And I will hand them to the Diamond Club.
And Mr. Quinlan he's pissed off. Do you see the look in his eyes, Kai?
Certainly he is.
Wow,
Would
he is not one to let the crowd down. But wait a second, here we see Kai. Look at that beautiful shot of that suicide dive. Kai going through the ropes, and we're now back with a street fight, Kai.
Another match, a 2-in-1. This is the Diamond Club versus Boneshakers match 2.
Oh, look at that diving plancha from TaylorMade. Oh, well, this match has just ramped up in a very short space of time. This has escalated quickly.
This certainly has, and of
This
course,
has really got out of hand.
TaylorMade has found something under the ring. What's that? A baking tray. Let's do some baking with the oil. Oh,
Straight to the head of Oil Tanker. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oil Tanker seeing stars right now.
He's still up though. He's still standing.
Just about, and there we see the big man fall down. I think he's out, Kai. He's unconscious right now.
And I think we have new tag team champions as they now work on Slick Danny Mayhem. Oh!
Danny Mayhem stands up. Now, you know what? Thinking back, another short history lesson. The last time we witnessed a street fight here in Leighton Buzzard, I'm pretty sure we saw TaylorMade get the contents of a baby's nappy smeared upon his person. It was a horrible smell, and not an enjoyable way, but it just shows that in TAW, these street fights, especially in Leighton Buzzard, anything could happen.
It is well known that the tables in Leighton Buzzard are more sturdier, more hard than the conkers that you have in Autumn.
That is true. They are. It's a stiff table shot here in Leighton Buzzard, but here we see now both equal members of each team have kind of paired off. Kai Payne has got Danny May up on his shoulders and face first onto the apron. I'm pretty sure somewhere else in the building is Oil Tanker and TaylorMade having a brief fight. Kai Payne now just going through the contents of the merch stand.
Doing a bit of an Al Snow on there.
Yeah, there we see Oil Tanker and TaylorMade. This is, we only have one cameraman on the ground. This is going to be quite hard to follow, folks. We're going to do our best to keep up with the action for you. But by all means, feel free just to sit back and enjoy this, because this is going to get violent.
I certainly will be one of those people just sitting back and relaxing. And
No, Kai, you've got to commentate, mate. You can't. You can't sit back and relax. We have to be on the edge of our seats right now. Look at this. TaylorMade and Oil Tanker fighting at the bar. That poor young girl just wanting to buy a drink. She's having to put up with two grown men fighting around her.
Some girls would not complain.
Still, that poor lady, she just wanted to buy a drink.
This is not wrestling. This is more a sort of UFC mixed martial arts at the moment, isn't it?
This is what we talked about earlier on in the earlier match, is the hatred between these two teams. And I mean, it's almost as if they've been let loose now. And TaylorMade taking a mouthful of that young lady's drink. I hope he's buying that for her. Oh, no. Just spraying it in his face. Can't say I've ever had coke in my eyes, but that can't feel good. And a super kick to boot as well.
Of course,
we see Danny Mayhem and Kai Payne still brawling at ringside as Oil Tanker goes into the wall.
This is just an all-out brawl. I absolutely love it, and we can see what. Yeah, there we go. We got TaylorMade and Oil Tanker going.
I don't like where this is going. TaylorMade and Oil Tanker now brawling into the toilets of all places. Not sure if our cameraman's brave enough to follow them in there.
Well,
especially with TaylorMade's track record in street fights.
He might get caught up and have his head down the toilet.
Let's have a look. We see Kai Payne and Danny Mayhem still brawling. And oh my goodness, Kai Payne just went face first into that ring post. I'm pretty sure I saw his eyes roll back there. And what's Danny Mayhem got in mind? Oh my God!
I just thought of something. This is a really bad idea by the Diamond Club, because Slick Danny Mayhem and Oil Tanker are well averse to street fights.
They are just brawlers. I mean, this is a standard Saturday night for them, brawling the streets. But I can't believe what we just witnessed. We just saw that kind of bang bang elbow from Danny Mayhem off of the apron onto Kai Payne. What a move! And here we see out
of the toilet, one looking absolutely.
TaylorMade and Oil Tanker are now out of the toilet by the looks of it, and I think Oil Tanker's covered in loo roll. What's Kai Payne got in mind now? He's signalling for some sort of move.
450 splash.
He's up on the stage. He's taking a running jump. Forward roll into the splash. What a move there! Almost like a Rolling Thunder style move there from the stage.
TaylorMade, I believe, looking for weapons to play with.
Kai, I can barely keep up with the action right now, Killer. I'm disorientated just watching this, going back and forth. And here we see.
Wait
a second. There's right up in our commentary booth right now, quite close to our equipment. Oh, look at that, Kai Payne rocking Danny Mayhem. Look at that, fighting out. Oh shit! Oh gee, Kai, wait, that's our equipment.
That is. Well, this is what you can expect from the Boneshakers. They always wreck everything that we go, and of course, I believe the mastermind's trying to sort out the hard cam issue.
Oh my God!
Well, I'm going to try and stay with the action. Of course, we have Oil Tanker straight on top of TaylorMade, whereas Kai Payne's got a kendo stick. Are we back?
Is this thing still on? Oh fucking hell!
I don't know, but at the moment we've got a kendo stick by Kai Payne, but I think Slick Danny has.
Shit, man.
Bought out that one.
I'm not sure if I can even fix this, man. Shit.
Well done, lads.
Fucking camera.
Breaking the cameras and breaking the equipment all over, letting buzz it. It's a dangerous place to be when these two teams get together. And of course, they've got the kendo stick out to play. And Danny Mayhem, he's obviously going to use everything he can with that one. And I believe we've got the camera working back again.
You know what, man? Something broken there. It's making some noises it wasn't making before. You know what? We're I've got one hand on it. Let's try and hold it as still as possible and just try and get the rest of this match. That just shows you how dangerous it can be and just how violent these guys can get. I just hope our camera's not ruined, man. Is this a
legit match, or is this just genuinely? There's no point the ref is to be there at the moment.
I'm hoping that this camera's still working. It doesn't look right. I mean, there's things flashing. I think that was Danny Mayhem sending Kai Payne flying right there, and yeah, there we see the guys on the floor.
Absolutely pandemonium right now. Everything going off. You just fixed or trying to fix our camera.
I'm a mastermind. I'm not an electrician, unfortunately, but still, we'll try and bring the rest of this match, folks. This thing has really just broken down. I mean, bodies flying everywhere, equipment flying everywhere.
What's going on
Danny
here?
Mayhem got in mind here?
Oh my God!
Off the top turnbuckles, just putting his body on the line.
No, I mean, we've had issues with our equipment, but I'm surprised we have not. This match has not been stopped by the police of coming in to stop this match, because I seriously think the crowd is in some serious danger with these two guys just going at it.
This has just been an absolutely brutal match. A brutal match on their bodies, on our equipment. I mean, the crowd are just witnessing, as we said at the start, one of the biggest and baddest feuds TAW has got going. I mean, these guys, they hate each other, and apparently they hate our equipment. Kai Payne seems to be unconscious on the floor right now. I'm quite worried about his well-being as well as the well-being of us and our equipment. This has just gone to an absolute another level, Kai.
I mean, you thought WWE versus WCW was an all-out war. I think you'll find that this will top it in terms of feuds. Like I say, it's the biggest feud I think TAW has ever had, will ever have. These two... Seriously, we need to get some lawyers or something involved in this one, because this is not wrestling. This is all-out fight.
This is now just violence incarnate. I mean, like you said, when this was turned into that no disqualification match, not necessarily the best idea by TaylorMade, because, like you said, these guys are brawlers. If you know anything about the Boneshakers and what they like to do outside of the ring, I mean, just going out on a night. You don't want to mess with these guys, because they will just punch you square in the mouth.
Anarchy is basically a water fight with these two.
It's almost as if Anarchy is their father. This is starting to. This is kind of. It's not as entertaining as it was earlier on. This is now starting to become worrying, because these guys are just hell bent on destroying the Diamond Club. But TaylorMade fighting back. I thought he was done.
So do I, but he's got some sort of energy.
No. I was correct. He is now done.
He is done, baby. That's it. I love wrestling.
That shot there, just if we just look at that shot of Kai Payne, he did not look with it. And here we see there's a shake and break, but Kai Payne somehow, some way, digging deep, diving in and making the save. Not many people kick out of the shake and break.
You know, when I sit here and watch wrestling, I absolutely enjoy it. I got a smile on my face. At the moment, when I see these guys hitting each other with their frying pans, whatever they've got baking pans, got kendo sticks.
I saw a street sign, I think.
Street sign. You got Coke in the face. I
Camera to the face.
Sick when I watch this.
Well, this is now, because it's gone to another level. This isn't necessarily as entertaining as before, but Kai Payne using his smarts there, using Oil Tanker's leg to kick Danny below the belt, and then we see the Painkiller.
This is it. New champions. Go.
That's
one,
it. That could be the finish of this match. No, Oil Tanker has made the save. I thought that was all over there. It usually is. The Painkiller is usually all it takes to put your opponent away. But look at that shot there of Oil Tanker. He looks pissed.
He looks angry.
I would not like to be in the ring with him right now.
I would not like to be in the locker room when that man walks in.
See, look, I mean, the Diamond Club just look like they're struggling to get to their feet.
They're not kicks. They're just,
stereo super kicks there to Oil Tanker. I mean, look, all these guys, they've put their bodies on the line. And Oil Tanker somehow still managing to kick out. This is the thing. This guy is such a behemoth that even 2 solid kicks of the jaw isn't enough to put him away. He's been in so many street fights. His jaw is like concrete.
I mean, you saw him look over to Danny, see where his partner is. Usually they are looking for each other. Oh my God, that's
Kendo
just knocked my speech out.
Straight to the back. I mean, this has been an absolute just war. It's been an absolute battle. It's a little...
straw that breaks the camel's back, I think TaylorMade's hoping.
And what has Kai Payne got in mind now? He's got himself a chair.
I think
I think we're going to go up another gear in the violence stakes.
I don't think we can, but for some reason and somehow I think Kai Payne's just found that 6th gear.
Wait a second, Danny Mayhem's ducked it. And just a blatant kick to the
gentleman's area.
To the gentleman's area. I think there was something happened there just off camera, because TaylorMade, he's lying on the floor right now. I think he might be bust open. And we're going to see the oil slick right now. Straight to the steel chair. Side slam followed by the elbow. That's 1, 2.
That's 3.
And the champs retain. Oh, you know what? I won't lie, Kai. I'm a little bit relieved that that's over. I was almost not as worried about the outcome as the fact that all 4 men were going to leave this on their own steam. That was an absolute brutal, outright war.
Well, we've called the technicians' ambulance line. We've also called the actual ambulance for anybody who's sort of still down, which I think Kai Payne is obviously, and of course you've got TaylorMade on the outside. Called 999. This is demolition.
That has been an absolute train wreck right there. I mean, all 4 men, they're going to be waking up tomorrow feeling the effects. But wait a second, they're not leaving, Kai. They're not walking away. They're going back for more.
Well, you have a street fight with the Boneshakers. They're going to really give you a street fight, and of course
it's almost like there's like sharks with blood in the water. They just want to go in for the kill now.
Oh, hello. They kind of forgot about one.
Wait a second. TaylorMade's recovered. Oh! He's just clearing the house with that chair right now. He throws the chair at Oil Tango and just kicks it straight into his face. The big man is down, and I think if the Boneshakers know what's good for them, they'll clear the ring. But Diamond Cutter again from TaylorMade. My goodness, Danny Mayhem is down, and TaylorMade, he looks angry.
Certainly does. I don't think the street fight is officially over. The war might still be on. Of course, the Diamond Club lost the battle. But here comes a ladder into play.
It looks like the Diamond Club want the last word in this match. Look, Stephen Quinlan begging them just to stop. I mean, Kai, this just shows just how much these guys dislike each other. I mean, the match is finished. You know, the outcome is final. Boneshakers retain their belts, but it just looks like the violence isn't going to end. I mean, we might have to call the police as well as an ambulance.
I would say I don't think any wrestler in the locker room could stop these two. These four guys just going at it.
They just want to tear each other apart. And look at this, Kai Payne going up. I mean, he could barely climb that ladder. He was very dizzy. He was very wobbly. But look at this, just shows how much these guys hate each other. A diving elbow onto the chair. Danny Mayhem could have broken. Look at Stephen Quinlan. The reaction on his face. He looks genuinely shocked and concerned. I mean, just kind of goes to show just how intense this is. Earlier on in the match, Danny Mayhem was threatening to punch Mr. Quinlan in the face. Look at this. Just watch the look in Mr. Quinlan's eyes. Look at that. Just sheer anger in this match. I mean, I don't know. I'm almost speechless from what we've seen today, Kai.
You are. I'm speechless, and I think most of the crowd here in Leighton Buzzard are speechless. Just look at that shot and the reaction from TaylorMade there. From Oil Tanker. It's been one brutal match. I don't think we can call this a match. It's not a match. It's an all-out fight. I
mean, that's going to be a match to top, folks. I mean, that was just absolutely brutal. I mean, Boneshakers, they came out the victors, but as I say, at what cost have they paid? Ladies and gentlemen, from Leighton Buzzard for Total Action Wrestling, my name has been the Mastermind Ollie Spring.
Of course, the Killer Kyle Brown here.
Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We've got plenty more for you, but that was a war.